Willie D Live.
What's up, family? We got police in Canada, Toronto to be specific. They got a call about a man waving some knives around. So they showed up at the location to take care of business. And here's how it went.
Stop resisting!
All right, fam. Did you catch what I caught? They told the man after they hit him with the stun gun and dropped him, then ran over him not once, but twice. They told him to get down. After they ran over him twice, as he lie on the ground, they tell him to get down. And the old reliable, stop resisting. That has to be a universal phrase for them to get away with murder. Yeah, man, that's right. I said it, to get away with murder. Because isn't that what they all say? It's like they're trained automatically. That is like an automatic defense. Well, he was resisting. Well, did you tell him that he was resisting? Because maybe he's not smart enough to know that he shouldn't resist. Maybe he's not educated about the law enough to know that he shouldn't resist. Did you tell him to stop resisting? Well, let's just play that beautiful bean footage. Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Don't they always sound helpless when they scream, stop resisting? They're trained to talk that way. Before they start saying stop resisting, it's get down, put your hands up, tough, 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 tough. But then they remember, stop resisting. And somebody must have told them they have to sound like they're in distress when they say stop resisting. Stop resisting! They got to sound helpless. Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Yeah, fam. I'm picking up what they're putting down. I see them. How the hell you run over a suspect? Not once, but twice. Okay, so they say what happened was the cop jumped out of the car without putting the car in park. So the car just took off and it ran over him. So he goes to jump into the car to stop it. And instead of kicking it into reverse, this super dummy kicks it into forward. He not only ran over the suspect, he ran over his fellow officer. Now, you know how it is when they go in for an arrest, and if they break a nail, they're going to hit you with an assault charge. If they scrape their knuckles while they're busting you in the mouth, they're going to hit you with an assault charge. And God forbid, somebody die. One of them die while they're trying to arrest you. Even if they have a heart attack, they can file charges on the suspect. So the question is, will the officer who ran over the suspect and the fellow officers be charged? That's what I want to know. Who thinks he'll be charged? Give me a thumbs up if you think he'll be charged. Thumbs down and say, nah, man, they stick together. They're not gonna arrest themselves. They're not gonna do that. Canada is more like the U.S. than Canada wants to admit. I really do believe that the police officers in Canada try to mirror the actions of those in the U.S. I really do believe that a lot of them are fans of U.S. police officers. And we know that there's a lot of racism in Canada. We know that for a fact. And it seems like they have adopted the U.S. hiring practices on their police forces throughout Canada because they are extremely racist. Canada gets a pass oftentimes because, we don't really hear about the news. They try to keep their business to themselves. But the internet has exposed a whole lot. And so now you see Canada, oftentimes you see these Karens coming out of Canada, these Kens. Now, don't get me wrong, fam, nothing is worse than the U.S. No country on earth is more racist than the U.S. The U.S. got a patent on racism. That's right. The U.S. got a patent on racism. And they wear it proudly. I mean, they display that thing proudly. They run around here proud to be racist until they end up in a jam. For example, if they end up in jail or something like that. Oh, man, I was locked up with a Nazi. Well, he wasn't a Nazi when he was locked up, but he had a Nazi tattoo. He had a Nazi tattoo on his chest. And he had some other tats on his arm. So the trip part about it, when he got there, people was trying to, put people in out. So dudes was like getting ready to like bang on him, right? Oh, it was absolutely going to get him, right? And before they could really go in on him, he had already humbled himself and he was washing dudes' drawers. Yeah. See, out in the world, when they got the numbers, when they got the weaponry, when they have the size advantage, they might be able to pull that stuff and get away with it. But once they locked up, it's even Steven. And boy, you should see how they behave when that happens. Ooh-wee, man, ain't gonna push a duck in the pond, and if they do, they'll jump in and save it. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.